What's cooking is the question, and the answer today is perfect for an ugly, cold, rainy day. Patricia Jenich from the Mexican Cultural Institute joins us. Mi amiga, it is good to see you.
So good to see you, Holly.
Thank you for coming back. Okay, so what are we going to do today?
So we're making a roasted tomato and bean soup.
Good soup day.
It's perfect for the cold weather because it's full of flavor and it's very comforting. And it's very easy to make.
I was going to say, because sometimes I think soups can be a little intimidating to make.
Yes.
That's why I buy them in a can, Patricia.
No, and and this one is easy. And the great thing about it is you can make it ahead of time and just reheat it before you serve. And it's perfect for the holidays because it's festive. Look at all the garnishes. You know, you bring the soup onto the table and then everybody can choose whatever they want to add onto it.
Oh, you can kind of make it your own. It's almost like a little soup bar.
Exactly.
You can steal that and use it as your own. Next time you teach this, tell them you're doing a soup bar. All right, well, we're going to cook it all up a little later, and I know it's going to be great because everything Patricia makes is great. So it'll be good today. We're going to warm our bellies, guys. It's rainy and cold outside, which means it's a good soup day, and that's exactly what's cooking on Midday today. Patricia Jenich back with us from the Mexican Cultural Institute, and we're ready to get started.
So, Holly, we have some beans here, and people have choices. They can either cook them at home. We're going to use the pinto beans. I love to use these for the soup because they're creamy, they're silky, they're rich, but they come out in, rich in a subtle way. And to cook them, it's very easy. Just put them in a pot with an onion, add a generous amount of water, and just simmer it for about 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Until they're very soft. So, if you grab them, they will start coming apart, and the broth got a little bit soupy, and then you just put them in the blender and puree them until smooth. And then we're going to make a seasoning base.
But if you get too freaked out at that, you can buy them like this.
Yes.
You can skip those first
You can buy
steps.
them at this stage, or you can buy them at this stage and then jump to these.
Okay.
And what we have here is we added some onion, some garlic, some charred or broiled tomatoes. And I love doing these for the soup. And of course, you can add them fresh or you can add them charred.
And what kind of tomatoes?
These are Roma tomatoes.
Right.
But by charring or broiling them, what you're going to do is that, as you see all of the juice that came out, so it brings out the sweetness, it brings out the juices, and it deepens and concentrates the flavor. So some people like to take the charred skin off. I think the whole point is to have that.
Charring it is having that in there.
That rustic flavor.
Gotcha.
But people can take it off if they want. And then we added that in here with some ancho chili peppers, which are these.
Okay, and those are pretty easy to find?
Very easy to find. You can now find these in every grocery store, large grocery store. So you only take off the seeds, soak them in hot water, and now they plump up and they rehydrate. Just a couple of them. People sometimes think Mexican food is always spicy, but these chilies aren't spicy at all. They're fruity.
They're flavorful and fruity.
So we puree these until smooth, and then we're going to add some oil.
Okay, just regular olive oil?
Yeah, well, we typically use safflower or corn, but you can also use olive.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then once it's hot, we're going to thicken and season these already flavorful puree.
Ooh, it smells good when you took the lid off.
Yeah. Then just for a couple of minutes. And what this is going to do is it's going to concentrate all of the flavor. It's going to season it. You want it to become darker. And then we're just going to add the beans that we already pureed.
Oh, wow, yeah, this is really going to be a big portion of it.
Because I'm looking at some hungry faces around here. So I wanted to make enough for everybody.
The hungry faces are coming to the studio. Not yet, Dave. Hold your spoon off just for a second.
So then see, we're going to mix it all up, and then we're going to add some chicken broth. And then again, you can make your own chicken broth
or
at
you
home,
can buy it.
Or you can buy it.
And it looks so good already.
And then after this is all done and cooked for about 10 minutes, people are going to have them in their bowls, and they can garnish them however they like.
And then you put whatever topping you want on them. And I love that bowl, by the way. And I want to quickly get this in because that bowl obviously very Mexican. And it reminds me of the Mexican Cultural Institute, where Patricia does cooking classes. She always picks a different region and does a whole meal. You learn about the region, you learn about the food, and then you get to eat the food. I went to one with my husband last Thursday. It was the most fun I've ever had at a cooking class.
Ah, thank you, Holly. You're very generous.
MyFoxDC.com is our website. We have the recipe online. Also, don't forget, if you have an idea for what's cooking, you can send us an email at what'scooking@WTTG.com. We're going to taste the scrumptious soup when we come back. Stay with us. So yeah, Patricia Jennings is serving up our soup, putting on some toppings there. She's from the Mexican Cultural Institute, where she does cooking classes. You should definitely check them out. Patricia, you know what was my favorite moment last week during my cooking class?
What?
We were sitting there eating this fabulous meal, and we were doing the region of Campeche, right?
Yes.
It was great. And the guy across the table said, I was saying, oh, isn't Patricia so cute? She's nice. And he goes, yeah, you know, sometimes she's even on Fox News. And Thomas, my husband, and I, we go, really? Well, we'll have to tune in and make sure we see her. We hear she might be on next Tuesday, which is today. So thanks for joining us, everybody.